right. Ashnaa.
Hi.
That's how you say it, right? Ashnaa.
Yeah, Ashnaa, yeah.
Great to have you. Thanks for sitting down with me. How has this JamSpot experience been for you?
It's honestly been unreal. Even watching the other artists is insane.
Yeah.
Having a stylist and such a big camera crew as well was a surreal experience. And with working on my track and the musicians that I was working with, they were insane. Yeah. And it's really cool. Really cool. Got to meet a lot of cool people.
The song that you chose, is it something special to you or?
So Ey Sandakaara. I really liked the song itself, and I felt like I could perhaps add a bit of a jazz implementation into it. So just to give a twist to it. So I kind of wanted to pick that and then give a little twist to it and then see how it came out.
Oh, I think it sounds amazing.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I think people, once they see it, I mean, I think all of the tracks are great.
Absolutely. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Tell me a bit about your musical journey. Like, where'd you grow up?
So I'm based in Milton Keynes, and I was born there as well. I started off with Carnatic music. Actually, Amma just put me into a load of extracurricular activities because I was I still am, but even more so then. So she just put me into like a load of stuff, and not with the intention of me continuing them, but I guess music was the only thing I could connect to. So I carried on that. But I started off with Carnatic music, and then around the age of 14-ish, I started to take Carnatic music a little bit more serious. And then uni happened, and then I kind of decided to branch out into more genres, started doing English music, started listening to more R&B, neo-soul, jazzy type of music. And then I guess that's kind of when I started to post online, and that's when I decided to take music a little bit more seriously.
Yeah. And so was it like really daunting to put stuff online, or was it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I never actually was intending to put stuff out there. Yeah. It was more just of an impulse decision. Yeah. I was very nervous and scared too, but I guess the response that I got kind of helped me to continue.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of cover music, or what kind of music do you mostly?
I started off, so obviously before I started posting, I was just pretty much only doing Carnatic music. Yeah. And then when I started to post Tamil covers and English covers. But now I'm starting to create my own original music and trying to implement the different styles that I like into it as well. Yeah. And hopefully can I'll be able to show something that's hopefully different.
Yeah. What do you like doing most? What kind of music do you like doing most?
I really enjoy R&B, neo-soul type of music, and I like implementing jazz into it as well. And when I can, when it's suited, I like to bring in my Carnatic style as well. So yeah.
Nice. And is there a big Tamil population in Milton Keynes, or how did you?
Not really. I mean, the area that I live in, there's literally no Tamils, but I think that there's a decent amount of Tamils in Milton Keynes, I think. Yeah. I started learning with a group of kids based in Milton Keynes, and then just carried on from there.
Nice. And so how is your lockdown has been particularly difficult, but also kind of good for creatives to kind of reset or figure out what they want to do or think about how they create music or create in general. How has that been for you? Did you have any epiphanies or any sort of moments in lockdown that kind of switched?
Lockdown actually kind of worked in my favor. Yeah. I know that doesn't sound great, but so during uni, I think I was quite overwhelmed with like the social aspect. And then lockdown I obviously came home, and just having that space to myself. I have quite bad anxiety just in general. Yeah. So having that time to myself and to kind of reflect on everything was really good. And it gave me a lot of time to work on my music as well and kind of branch out and see what else I can do. I felt like I was perhaps limiting myself, but I genuinely think that lockdown helped me kind of branch out and try new things. So I think it's been beneficial for me to have that time.
I think it was. I mean, I've been hearing a lot in terms of the artists that I've spoken to so far, and everybody's at different stages in their musical careers. But I think for the most part, everybody sort of agrees that lockdown has given them that sort of moment to either given them that motivation or the kick in the back to say, life's too short.
Yeah,
like,
just that
realization. Like, how did a year go by without me doing anything kind of thing? So no, that's exactly what I've been hearing from so many. So it's good to hear from you as well. Have you thought about writing your own music?
Yeah. So I have a single coming out in a month. So that's my first ever original music. It's a Tamil song. And we're just in the shooting stages of it. So awesome. It's really exciting. It's the first project that I'm kind of leading, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's coming together quite nicely. And then after that, I'll plan on releasing an EP. I thought I'd do a single first just to ease me into the process of releasing new music because that's quite new to me.
Yeah.
And then with my EP, hopefully I'll be able to establish my style as an artist, be a mix of Tamil and English.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll be okay.
Amazing. I'm always interested to know about creatives and what they do outside of music. What do they study? What do they work as? What is their backup? Just what is that for you? What else do you do?
Okay. So I'm currently a university student. I study physics, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I've still got a year left of university. I'm on placement at the moment, so I've got 1 year of university. But yeah, we'll see what happens with studies. A bit confused.
Are your parents influential in what you want to do if you want to pursue music? Or
I'm quite blessed. My parents are quite happy to let me do whatever I want as long as I'm certain with it. And I think obviously having a backup is always safe. But yeah, I've been blessed with parents that allow me to do whatever really.
Nice. I haven't heard about this, but I have a note that you have an obsession. I'm not sure what the obsession is. Do you know what the obsession is? Yeah, you have an obsession over something?
I have a few. So I mean, who said that? Who did it come from?
Somebody told me you have an obsession, and that's all they gave me, and I was like,
obsession.
Obsession. That's what my notes say.
The first two things that come into my head is my dogs. Okay. I'm dog crazy, and then Capri Sun, because I think that's probably I've probably heard that. I've had about 3 already. I don't know what else it could be.
And you have a dog and a cat?
I have 2 dogs and a cat.
Okay, so maybe that was the obsession.
Yeah. I could talk about that for the next half an hour.
What are your dogs and cats' names?
So it's Cosmo, Luna, and Lila.
Nice. Okay. Well, maybe that I hope that's what they were getting at. Oh, I missed out on the fact that it said pet obsession, so it's my fault.
Okay, fine.
It was better this way, I think. We touched upon online and social media and sort of how do you think there are pressures? Do you feel pressures from sort of creating online to put out things more, to put more things out, to put out the right things, or like second guess some of the things that you put out?
I think initially I was just putting things out whenever I wanted. I think I was managing to put stuff out quite frequently anyways because we were in lockdown and I was working on my placement, so I had the time to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still trying to push what I want to put out because I want to be like true to myself and put stuff out there that I think's good. But I try my best to get like a second or third opinion as well before putting stuff out there, just in case. In case. But,
nice. Do you sing besides Tamil and English? Do you sing other covers as well or songs?
But just mainly Tamil and English. I'm trying to do Malayalam and Hindi, branch out again. But mainly I started off with English really, and then decided to do more Tamil afterwards.
And what's your favorite platform to post and
platform as in social media platform?
Yeah, social media platform.
I think Instagram.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not TikTok yet.
There's some questionable content on TikTok. For some reason, I just think TikTok's just not real, so it's fine to put whatever. But then I think Instagram is more, I don't know, more formal.
You spoke about your jamspot experience and how great that was. What do you think jamspot should mean, or what do you see the future for jamspot in?
I think it's a really great platform for growing Tamil independent artists to grow. And I think, I mean, if you look at the lineup that we have is incredible. So that will be such a great boost. And then hopefully we can find more like-minded, talented artists. And then that'd be a great platform for people to discover new artists. I think it's really great.
Yeah. Who are some of your favorite artists?
Okay, so doesn't have to necessarily be Tamil. Or
no, Tamil, English, whatever, it doesn't
matter. So my favorite artists would be Masego and Anderson Park. I'm big fans of them, and I really love the jazz element with those two artists, and I think they have also influenced my music as well. And obviously, a lot of Carnatic musicians as well. And obviously Sid Sriram, he's got that amazing blend between Western and Eastern music.
Yeah. So, let's talk about that blend between Tamil music or Carnatic music and Western music or fusion or whatever that might be. That seems to be the sound of Tamil diaspora because of our experiences are so, made up of both.
Yeah.
How do you feel creating in that space? Do you feel like you're doing injustice to one or the other? Do you feel like it kind of comes naturally? How do you feel?
So obviously, because I started off with Carnatic music, everything's pretty much following a set of rules. It's not really heard of to go outside of that box. Yeah. So when I started to kind of mash it all together, I think just to some people they might not approve of that, and some people may prefer it to be separated, but I think that's why there's boundaries, to be broken. So I think it's worth playing around with it and breaking those boundaries, because otherwise we won't be able to create new music. So I'm trying not to be afraid, and I'm just experimenting. Really, I think it's worth the hate that comes along with it. I think it's I personally enjoy it, and it's given me a lot more creativity and a bigger mindset. So
I find that the hate or the criticisms that come of it are from people who don't have that experience of having, the diaspora upbringing of both the sort of Carnatic background, but also sort of growing up in a Western society and having both of those fused together. One or the other, they're like, oh, it has to be a certain way, just like in dance or
makes sense
else.
Though. Yeah,
they want to preserve that art instead of thinking about how that evolves throughout culture.
Absolutely, and it's completely understandable though.
Yeah. How has this process been for you in terms of working with Piri and the Jamspot team to, choose a song, record it, and then come in for the shoot, and all these things come together? How's that been for you?
It's been pretty interesting. So in terms of the recording process, I usually record at home. So I got like a little setup at home. So I was just quite used to recording at home in my own space, like being the only person there. And then obviously coming into the studio I hadn't done that quite a lot. So going in was a bit nerve-wracking, obviously, having to stand up, and there was a few people in there as well. So I feel like it took a little bit of time for me to kind of settle. But it was really cool though, being in the studio. I mean, Piri was amazing. I don't even know what kind of magic tricks he did, but somehow made it sound really, really great. It was really, really cool to work with Piri, and the whole team. They really kind of looked after everyone as well. And it was really cool. Yeah.
When you're creating music at home, who do you share that with first? Do you share that with your parents, your friends? How do you get a sense check of what that music is going to be like?
I think when I'm recording or trying to record an idea, I'll just play around with it and jam, and then I'll get something solid down, and then I'll most of the time I just go to Amma and I'm just like, what do you think of this? Because I definitely go to Amma for my second opinion most of the time. And then she'll be like, oh, I like this, or this is not your best. And I think, then I go to, first track is Amma. Then I'll send it to maybe like a couple of friends or other musicians. And I'm quite lucky in the sense that they give me feedback. They don't just say, oh, this is good. They'd be like, oh, this could be improved. And that really, really helps.
Nice. Have you done many stage performances or online performances?
So most of the stage performances I did was obviously before lockdown and purely Carnatic concerts. So I haven't really had a chance to perform anything else really, but I'm looking forward to. I've got a few wedding performances lined up, and hopefully some stage performances where I'm hopefully showing my own music or covers. But be interesting because also I've picked up guitar as well. So I don't know how I'll be in terms of playing and singing on stage, but I guess that's something we shall see how that goes.
Yeah. Is the guitar recent? Did you recently learn that?
Yeah, I started around like a year and a half ago. Yeah. So basically when I started to put content out there onto social media, that's pretty much when I started to pick up the guitar. I just got a guitar from Argos.
Wow.
And then, then I just started messing around with it because I felt like I wanted an accompanying instrument to go along with my singing. I just thought it would be nice.
Yeah.
And then,
So it's all self-taught.
I'm trying. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to play by ear. I'll just listen to something and I'll try and figure it out. But so I'm not actually sure if I'm playing correctly, but I'm just doing it by ear.
Yeah. Jamspot has lots of instrumentals that accompany a lot of the music. How did that all come together for your track?
For my track, okay. So with Ey Sandakaara, obviously I wanted that jazzy feel, and Sarthika, well, everyone calls her Sapphire. She's an insane pianist, and I've heard some of her jazzy stuff as well. So I was just like, definitely 100%. And she honestly nailed it. She fully nailed it. And she gave that whole song the whole vibe itself, honestly. And then Raveendran I've worked with in the past. We went to university together as well, and he's unbelievable, just unreal. And he kind of gave a bit of that like Carnatic touch to it, but just added that warmth to the song. It was very effortless, like from their side. They just worked so well. Obviously, Raveendran and Sarthika had never met before. They recorded separately as well, but it just really merged together perfectly. So I was really happy with that.
Amazing.
And obviously Piri as well.
So you just learned guitar, but you also were featured as a guitarist on Elysian's song.
The track, her track is unbelievable. But I was quite surprised because obviously I'm just playing at home, and then they want me to. But it's an experience, I guess. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and her song was really easy to vibe with as well. Unbelievable voice as well. So it's crazy.
Everybody on Jamspot is at a different place in their career, musical career or musical journey. So often the toughest part is getting out there and putting stuff out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Advice for young people or people in general who aren't sure about putting out music or sharing their music or doing music in general. What's your advice?
Well, for me, I think I'm still quite in the early days of, my music, and I've only just kind of started putting stuff out there. But the only thing I can really think of to say is just do it. Like, I don't know what kind of, I can't really even remember what was stopping me from, but there was so many things in my head that was stopping me from putting it out there. But as soon as I put it out there, there was like a whole list of possibilities in terms of with social media, meeting people, collaborating with people. So many opportunities came from that. And if I hadn't put anything on social media, I might not even be doing music now. So the only thing I can say is just put it, if you enjoy it, just put it out there, just do it. It's a commercial now. Just do it.
Just do it. Okay, great. I hope Jamspot is sort of giving that inspiration, not just for you, but everybody. It gives a new sort of energy reset in terms of putting out more stuff, doing more music. Your track is amazing. Everybody's track is amazing, but yours is incredible. And I think it's going to do very well. So thank you for this conversation.
Thank you for having me.
And everybody watch Ashnaa's video.